Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Joan Vassos reveals embarrassing nip slip on Chock's hometown. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos is opening up about her journey and revealed a rather embarrassing situation. While she was on her hometown date with Chock Chapel, it occurred. She explained this moment in a recent interview. What did she say? Keep reading to get the scoop. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos talks nip slip. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos is so thankful this moment didn't make it on screen but did share a very embarrassing moment. She spoke with Entertainment Weekly about her blooper involving very hot weather and her breasts. Joan said it all went down during Chock Chapel's hometown date in Wichita, Kansas. They were at the special ceremony honoring his mother and it was approximately 105 degrees outside. It was hot and humid out and happened about 3 hours into their date. Joan said, "I had a sundress on, and I had those chicken cutlet things in my dress, like they're boob pads. I had those on because I have the sundress on, and you can't have bra straps showing." She continued explaining that Chock was standing in front of about 30 friends and family and expressing his thanks and also talking about how much Joan meant to him. As he was talking, she said she could feel the pad coming loose. She said. What else did she share? Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos went on to talk about who she thinks would be a good choice for the next Golden Bachelor. Instead of giving a specific name, she said any of the men on the stage at the Men Tell All would be a great choice. She also shared that there were probably 7 that she could choose off the top of her head. She said she couldn't bring herself to say a particular name because she didn't want someone to get picked simply because she said it. Joan hopes they all have a good opportunity and thinks any of them would make a great lead. Joan Vassos, the radiant lead of the Golden Bachelorette, has been no stranger to jaw-dropping moments this season. From heartwarming confessions to tearful eliminations, she's carried herself with grace and poise. However, even the most composed of women have their moments, and for Joan, it came in the form of a wardrobe malfunction that left Bachelor Nation buzzing. The setting. A picturesque afternoon in Chock Chapel's hometown of Charleston, South Carolina, a location as charming as its name. Joan, accompanied by Chock, was exploring the cobblestone streets, visiting historical landmarks, and indulging in local Southern delicacies. It was the quintessential romantic date, filled with flirtatious laughter and wistful gazes. But amidst all the romance, the day took an unexpected turn when Joan experienced an embarrassing nip slip, proving that even Golden Bachelorettes aren't immune to the occasional wardrobe blunder. A perfect beginning. The day started out as picture-perfect as any viewer could imagine. Joan, dressed in a flowy, off-shoulder white sundress that matched her glowing aura, looked every bit the star of the show. The dress had a delicate floral pattern, a nod to Charleston's blooming gardens, and paired beautifully with her signature pearl earrings. Chock, ever the dapper gentleman, arrived in a casual yet polished linen button-down, his southern charm oozing as he greeted Joan with a bouquet of magnolias. "You're a vision," he whispered, his eyes sparkling. Joan blushed, her cheeks tinged with a shade that rivaled like a scene from a Nicholas Sparks novel. They strolled hand in hand through Rainbow Row, their laughter echoing as they recounted childhood stories. Chock introduced Joan to his family's favorite sweet tea recipe at a quaint cafe and even took her on a carriage ride through Charleston's historic district. The chemistry between them was palpable, leaving fans rooting for Chock to be the one. "He makes me feel seen," Joan confided in a producer during a candid interview. The wardrobe malfunction. Everything seemed to be going smoothly, until it wasn't. As the couple approached the famous pineapple fountain at Waterfront Park, Chock suggested they sit by the water's edge to dip their feet and enjoy the view. Joan, thrilled at the idea, agreed. She adjusted her dress delicately before sitting, but unbeknownst to her, The off-shoulder neckline had shifted ever so slightly. While Chock was busy recounting tales of his childhood, Joan leaned forward to listen intently, her laughter sparkling like champagne in the sunlight. And then, it happened. A slight breeze picked up, fluttering the fabric of her dress just enough to expose what should have remained hidden. For a split second, Joan's nip slip was visible to not only Chock but the entire production crew, and, as fate would have it, a nearby group of tourists who happened to be filming their own Charleston adventure. Joan gasped audibly, clutching the neckline of her dress as her cheeks flushed with mortification. "Oh my goodness," she exclaimed, her hands flying to cover her chest. Chock, ever the gentleman, immediately removed his jacket and handed it to her. "Here, Joan," he said softly, his tone soothing. "It's okay. Don't worry about it." Turning embarrassment into charm. Though Joan was visibly flustered, she managed to laugh off the incident. "Well, that's one way to leave a lasting impression," she joked, earning a hearty laugh from Chock. The crew, ever professional, assured her that the footage would be edited tastefully, ensuring her dignity remained intact. "I feel like I just auditioned for a role in a comedy movie," Joan later quipped during her confessional. "But hey, if Chock can handle a moment like that with grace, maybe he's the real deal." The moment could have been a disaster, but Joan's ability to laugh at herself only endeared her further to Chock, and to fans watching at home. Social media exploded with reactions as soon as teasers of the date aired. "Joan is handling this like a queen," tweeted one fan. "If you can't laugh at yourself, who can?" Chock's family weighs in. Later in the evening, Joan met Chock's family at his childhood home, a cozy Southern-style bungalow adorned with rocking chairs and an American flag. Despite the earlier mishap, Joan was warmly received. Chock's mother, Doris, pulled Joan aside for a heart-to-heart. "You've got a sparkle, Joan," she said, her Southern drawl as sweet as honey. "But more than that, you've got the grace to handle life's little surprises. That's what my boy needs, someone who can roll with the punches." Joan smiled, her earlier embarrassment fading as she felt a deeper connection to Chock and his family. The internet reacts. As the episode aired, Bachelor Nation went wild. Memes flooded Twitter and Instagram, with some hilariously captioning Joan's nip slip moment as proof that love doesn't always go off without a hitch. Others praised her for being relatable. "Finally, a lead who's just like us. Joan is the real MVP," one user commented. Some fans, however, couldn't help but wonder if the incident might overshadow the deeper connection between Joan and Chock. Can we focus on how